Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we try to make sense of all those boring corporate filings. Today we're diving into a report that involves a CFO stepping down and a new one stepping in, so get ready for some executive musical chairs. It might sound dull, but these changes at the top can sometimes signal bigger shifts happening behind the scenes, so let's take a look. Today we're looking at an 8K filing from OHA Senior Private Lending Fund U LLC. An 8K is a current report companies file to announce major events that shareholders should know about, like a change in leadership. First up, Gerard Walt, the Chief Financial Officer, is leaving the company. He told the board of managers that he's resigning to pursue other professional opportunities, and his last day will be April 28, 2025. Now, the report says that his resignation isn't because of any disagreements with the company, which is good to hear. Sometimes these departures happen because of clashes over strategy or accounting practices, but that doesn't seem to be the case here. To fill the gap, the board has appointed Thomas Hansen as the interim chief financial officer, also effective April 28, 2025. It sounds like they moved quickly to find a replacement. Let's find out a little more about the new guy. Thomas Hansen is a managing director and chief financial officer at Oak Hill Advisors, or OHA, which is a pretty big investment firm with a lot of money under management. It says here $88 billion, that's a lot of responsibility. He's in charge of OHA accounting processes, including making sure they follow the rules, especially Section 404 of the Sarbanes-Oxley Act, which is all about internal controls. He also handles taxes, finance, and even the process of bringing on new clients. Hansen is also involved in a lot of different committees at OHA, including risk and new business. Before OHA, he worked at KPMG, which is one of the big accounting firms, for 10 years. He also has some impressive credentials. He got an MBA and a BBA from Texas Wesleyan University and is a certified public accountant, which means he's passed a tough exam and is qualified to sign off on financial statements. The filing also mentions that Mr. Hansen doesn't have any family connections with anyone else at the company and that there aren't any deals going on where he has a special interest. This is a standard disclosure to make sure everything is above board. Item 404 EWID. For ARI up a Kano. Of Regulation SK is a rule that requires companies to disclose any potential conflicts of interest involving their executives. This section refers to exhibits, specifically an interactive data file. This is a technical requirement for SEC filings where the data is formatted in a way that computers can easily read and analyze it. It's not something most investors would directly look at, but it helps regulators and analysts process the information more efficiently. Now let's step back and consider what all this means. A CFO leaving a company always raises some questions. Why now? What's next for the company? The fact that they quickly appointed an interim CFO from a well-known firm like Oak Hill Advisors suggests that they wanted to ensure a smooth transition and maintain stability. Hansen's background in accounting and finance, especially his experience with Sarbanes-Oxley compliance, is a good sign. It means he's well versed in the rules and regulations that govern financial reporting, which is crucial for a company like OHA Senior Private Lending Fund. However, it's important to remember that this is an interim appointment. The company will eventually need to find a permanent CFO. This could be an opportunity to bring in someone with a fresh perspective or to promote someone from within. It's something to watch out for in future filings. Overall, this 8K filing is a fairly routine announcement of a leadership change. There's no indication of any major problems or disagreements. However, it's always a good idea to keep an eye on these types of changes as they can sometimes foreshadow bigger shifts in strategy or performance. So what's my final take? It seems like a pretty standard transition. Walt is moving on. Hansen is stepping in temporarily. The company seems to be in stable hands, but the CFO role is definitely one to watch in the coming months. No red flags are apparent from the filing itself, but any major change in leadership always warrants monitoring. Thanks for watching Corporate Decoder. If you found this analysis helpful, please hit that like button, leave a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of corporate filings. Until next time.